people, what's up? We are back with another episode, and we got a special guest in the building today. You might be catching him up late when you're getting your good breakfast and all that, so he's actually in the building now. My first episode with him was through the phone, and I'm very grateful for that because that's when Swervinn was getting off the ground. Welcome my dog, Nathan Wright.
Thank you. About a minute.
Well, yeah, it has, man. Appreciate you coming in.
For sure. Glad to be here.
How's your summer been and all that? It's winter times now. You're always traveling and shit, so what you been up to?
I went to Spain over the summer for like 3 weeks.
Damn.
That was great. That's the longest I've been away from up late too. And it went well like while I was gone, and then came back and really started like hitting specials in the like August, September. And yeah, I mean, been traveling to Oaxaca, Mexico, Nicaragua over the summer, and New Orleans here and there, and I just got back from Mexico City. Mm-hmm. And so I'm really trying to like make specials out of all those trips, and start incorporating like different menu items to the menu. And I'm just really excited to like be in the kitchen and just like start experimenting and trying to like push new stuff for up late. But yeah, I mean, it's been a good summer. It's colder now. It's like way cold.
Dude, I feel like I'm back in Minnesota.
Dude,
cold.
I've only been in Minnesota once, and it was during the Final Four. It wasn't that cold, but yeah, it's too damn cold out here.
Dude, so I like to hear that about Up Late because I feel like people would think that you kind of were gonna stick on like the street tacos and you know the bacon, egg, and cheese and all that. What tell people like why is it important and like what's kind of the game plan for that, and like you're not sticking to like just the menu. It's always about growing and specials and stuff.
So a lot of like people who've never been, they look at the menu, they're like, oh, they have 3 things. Like they have a breakfast sandwich and they have 1 taco or like 2 tacos. And like I understand that, but like we do all those things very well. And so like I don't want to just have a bunch of stuff on the menu just to have it on the menu. Like when I first opened, I wanted like sliders, hot dogs, like quesadillas, burger, like all kinds of stuff. And it's just not smart. It's better to be good at a couple of things, like really good at a couple of things, than be average on like a bunch of random stuff. And
it not selling.
yeah, and then it sits and then it goes bad, then you lose it. Like,
Yeah, I've come to knowing that working a house now. Like
yeah,
you know.
it's crazy how much like you don't know from the outside, like from as just a consumer, but once you're inside of it, like everything counts, everything matters. And a lot of specials are born out of like stuff that you already have, or like stuff laying around. You're like, oh, what can I do with this to be cost efficient and then still make new things?
Before it goes to family meal.
Exactly. Which, you know, if that happens, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not.
And so, yeah, I don't know. I want to do stuff that like speaks to me. A lot of the stuff we do, like the specials, some of them, like the Uncrustable one, like that's like wild. Like
Wild. When you texted me that, I was like trying to put it together. I was like, yeah, it'll come together.
Yeah.
You got to let
Or
the
we do,
chef.
like, waffles or like, you know, waffle sandwich, stuff like that. That stuff is kind of like, for me, that's like things that I'll make just to like, I don't know, it's fun and like weird
Catch
and
the
stuff.
catch the buzz of the city.
Catch the buzz of the city, but like the stuff that I'm really interested in is like different types of tacos, or like different like sopes or tlacoyos, different like dishes that I've had in Mexico or other countries. But that stuff's harder to pull off because of the scale that we have. Like it's hammer time, like from the minute we open, and so everything has to be done so quickly. So some of those other things they don't flow with how we do things. And so I'm saying,
And trying to keep it efficient.
Yeah.
I get that.
Or else we stand outside for 30 minutes
Yeah.
like, waiting for your food, and no one wants that. And so I'm saving that, like we're gonna start doing more pop-ups and be at events. Like we were at Materia for the past couple months at Mississippi Underground. And so I'm gonna try and use those events to like tap into some of the things that I've learned in Mexico, and do those, like offer those at the events and make it more like one-offs, because we have more time, and it's a little more fun and stuff like that.
And that makes sense with you because you're already up late. Why not just be up late at the event?
Literally, just like we'll have the food, we'll bring it to you. Like, and I think events, it's a good way to like introduce people to Uplate. Because like at Materia, it's ranges from, I don't know, 18 or 21 or whatever the age limit to get in. And then to like 50-year-olds. Like, so when we've done those pop-ups, not a lot of people know like what Uplate is.
Right.
Which it like is refreshing to me. Like, I know there's so much of St. Louis that I haven't tapped into, and so that like excites me to like keep bringing new things in, like keep executing what we do now, like at a high level. And yeah, I want to be everywhere like over the summer.
That's what's up, bro. Yeah, and I feel like, and it's hard, like, the winter times are hard, but I just feel like this is the time you getting into the bag and, you know, map out the spring and all that, because
Yeah,
I feel like when you're on time and not, like, seeing what you can do, then that's when stuff balances out, you know?
I agree.
So, and I feel like you've always been that kind of guy, so I'm glad that it's always just great to see you traveling and getting the taste and all that, because I know it's going to come back to the city and we're going to get some of that.
Yeah.
So, as a foodie, like, that's why you got to tap into these guys, because that's why I appreciate Dude, the food industry in St. Louis is a big love.
Big love.
I've never like
Everybody.
really like appreciated that. Like, just go somewhere and talk to someone, and, like, say you like work here and there, and like try this dish, bro.
Yeah.
And it's just like that's love, you know, like.
Literally everywhere you go.
And it's just like because everyone cooks with love too, and they want to spread that on. So that's why I mess with Uplate and like where I work and all that's a communion love, and like chefs and all them, they were just like, oh yeah, hell yeah about Nate and all that, because like it's just love, bro, and it's about bringing it to the city. So.
Yeah. And the collaboration, like, so easy to collaborate with, like, another restaurant, another chef in the city, like, especially if it's like your homie or like someone you know, like, you just shoot them a text, be like, hey, I had this idea, like, do you want to run this? Like, you want to try it? And they're like, yeah, like, or like, they're like, let's do this. And it's just so easy. Like, no one's in the food industry, like, while yes, it is competitive, the competition isn't like, I'm not like, yo, I'm like, I don't know.
It's not that. Everyone pulls up on each other, yo,
Yeah,
like,
literally, like,
yeah,
I'm going to your spot, like, you're
Yeah.
going to my spot, like,
throwing ideas. Like, it's just like, I just feel like that don't even have to be talked about because it's just reciprocated, you know? Like,
100%.
I think about Minya and all that, just pulling up, you know, just them guys. It's just reciprocated love everywhere.
You
So,
been to Smash'ems yet?
no, what's that?
It's a burger place on Morgan Ford.
It's
in a bar. They're open till 1:30. It's like one of the other places that's open late. But Kevin, the guy who opened that, he ran Stella Blues Kitchen,
Okay.
and so he opened this burger place. And like I live right over there, so I go in and get burgers all the time. And he comes and gets breakfast sandwiches, like, and same like with Grant from Duckbill. Like, I go get chicken all the time.
That's a chicken spot?
Yeah. And Grant
He's
comes
plugging
and
me.
gets
Plugging. Hey, you better pull up because, like, all
Eat
these need to
Duckbill
fire.
and Smash'ems. The other two late night greats. Gramophone's good. But yeah, like, that's one of my favorite things is, you know, being up at the shop and like seeing other restaurant owners or people that work at restaurants come to Uplate.
Because they know what good food is, man. And,
Yeah,
like,
it's
people
just-
want that. And then it makes you, like, I feel like once they come get your stuff and you know what you're selling, you're like, all right, I definitely got to pull up there.
Yeah, I definitely, yeah. That's,
It's just like I got to.
there's been 1,000 times where like someone come, they're like, oh, I own da 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 da, and then I'm like, okay, I'll come check it out, like, and then I do, and it is fire.
Right. 314 days coming up. You running anything back?
We'll probably have,
You guys did. I pulled up last year. That
we
was
had
lit, bro.
A fatty party last year.
That was lit.
That was sick with New World, Nyar, and
Nyar's
Justin.
lit.
Yeah, no, great people. Yeah, and it was supposed to rain that night, and we were like, some people, we were talking, like, some people wanted to cancel or push it the next day, and we were like, we're here, like, we already got everything set up, like, let's run it, and it ended up not even really raining.
It was a
And
great night.
There was so many people there. Yeah, definitely want to run something back. That's 314. Yeah, so. We'll definitely have parties. I want to have more parties in the summer, more concerts.
People like that, and that's kind of been like the thing on, like, now, you know, on YouTube and stuff. I see just people at these DJ sessions just kicking it and stuff,
kicking it.
eating finger foods and all that though. But like, just makes sense to like Gotta collab these things, and I feel like the way is about to come to the city, bro. I feel like it is.
Because there's really nothing like truly like it. Mm-hmm. Like where I don't know. There's like bars and stuff that have music in it, like Kinfolk goes to Handlebar and plays there and whatnot. But to be able to come out like an open space, just being outside in general, there's such a different feel to it, and just getting people together to come into the community and then come kick it, come listen to some amazing music, because we have some like really good musicians in the city.
We have some great DJs too.
Great DJs too.
Awesome.
And so just getting everyone in one space, because I think a lot of St. Louis like is intertwined. They know like everyone.
Oh, I've heard of them, but I haven't met them.
Yeah, like everybody knows or knows of people in St. Louis, and so like during concerts, people won't know that we're having a concert, and they'll come get food, and then they'll hear the music, and then they end up kicking in the parking lot. And then they might meet someone, or they might see someone that they already know, and so it's just one big like holy ground for the creatives and everyone in St. Louis, and I love it.
I networked a lot through that 314 day party.
Like, you're gonna, if you want to like work with someone or like meet someone, there's a decent chance that they might be there at some point throughout the night. And it's a good way to meet people and network.
That's what's up. What would you say that Uncrustable tastes like? Like one bite, like your one bite review. I got to pull up too. I've been busy.
Growing up, I always ate. Well, this is different. I don't know. I love a peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, everyone does.
And
the classic snack.
At Waffle House, I used to get like a burger, and I would order peanut butter chips, like a side of peanut butter chips, and put them on my burger. Mm-hmm. And it's just something about like sweet, salty. I don't know, the peanut butter and like bacon. I used to eat peanut butter, bacon, honey toast like in college, and so I'll be honest, I never tried the Uncrustable sandwich.
You haven't tried it yet?
No.
Dude, I've learned that too, just being around chefs, bro. Like, they'll just whip it and be like, "Hey, try this," but won't eat it.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you just like, I don't know. Yeah, sometimes you just know. Like that's like with a lot of those specials like that, like the blueberry waffle, the I don't know, other specials we've done, like the more like kind of gimmicky ones or like buzz. Like I always make them for everyone in the shop, but sometimes I don't try them.
I feel that.
But like the back to school, the peanut butter riblets, bacon, egg, late sauce jelly.
Oh,
like that I used to eat peanut butter jelly and riblet sandwiches when I was a kid.
Sweet and savory.
I have to have chips on my sandwich.
Dude, I was with that with like my deli sandwiches, like the barbecue chips, like
easily.
Gotta have it.
You like barbecue chips?
Yeah. On top of it with the mayo just a little bit. Oof. Stack it. Ooh, you don't know about that.
The barbecue chips.
Yes. Honey barbecue.
Nah.
I mean, yeah, I put the Doritos on there sometimes.
Yeah, Doritos, either the spicy nacho or the
What's the best Doritos?
spicy nacho or the sweet chili.
Sweet
purple.
My God. The purple bag is the best. Cannot argue.
Purple bag goes crazy.
Uplay Delmar is you guys, how long has that been open? People
So Delmar will be open a year on February 18th.
Okay, that's a fast year.
Fast year. Vandy's
I swear it was fast.
Yeah, Vandy opened February 17th 2 years ago. Or on February 17th of this year, it'll be 2 years for Vandy.
That was around the time we had our first convo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that time flew by.
Yeah, it was a crazy year. Delmar,
You like the scene? There's a lot of concerts.
It's interesting. It's so much different than Van Eventer. Like the people that we get. Yeah, it's just way different feel, way different scene. Sometimes it's a lot of students more so lately, which I like.
What's over there? Forest Park? WashU, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a lot of WashU students, which I'm still trying to figure out how to get more, because like that's what I don't know how many people go to WashU, maybe 10 to 15,000, but like that's a lot of people in a concentrated area that
you haven't tapped into.
Yeah, which like I've tried, like we're in like the
10% student off.
Yeah, like the student discount stuff around campus, like in the newspaper. but still just trying to like figure out how we can get.
It's hard doing that while it's cold too, though.
No,
like
yeah,
when you can just pull up,
100%.
you can just pull up with some tacos or something in the summer.
Yeah,
That's like,
easy.
that's
or do like events at WashU.
yeah.
So right now it's like
I feel like your head's in the right space. It's just a matter of
just
time has to time.
and weather and everything, and we'll get back like to getting more people in.
That's a
It's-
good spot you're in over there, bro.
Yeah.
Because like people
right
have concerts and stuff over there too, and then the concert be ending, and then you guys are popping.
But
So
the thing about the concerts, everyone that's going to the pageant is like going home after.
what about the Domo Hall?
Same thing. We do get some, like it depends on the concert, but we do get like some concert like rollover for sure.
There haven't been no big headliners there since in a
We
minute.
haven't had, no, there hasn't been like a big name.
So that like, I feel like time has to time.
Yeah.
I feel like you're in the right spot though.
Yeah, no, and we're gonna get more signage and like, we might change our hours there from like 7 p.m. to 3 a.m.
I feel like you're missing a little crowd.
Yeah, there's like people that walk around the loop. There's a lot of people in the loop.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's great. Like 6 restaurants have closed in the loop.
I've heard that.
in the past month, which is like terrifying. And then, but at the same time, we're like, I don't know.
Just makes you move. You got to move better.
Yeah, just keep like, what are we doing wrong? What can we do to do better? And so just tapping into that. And we're definitely a good space on the corner. Got the signs. We just have to pull people in more.
It's gonna happen.
We have a kiosk now,
Mm-hmm.
and so you can type your order in on a screen.
Oh, cool. So you can pull up.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you can like people walking by can just order, and then same deal. You get your food whenever it's ready.
Cool.
Yeah, but that's been helping. So just little things here and there, just to keep it going. I'm trying to get it.
And this is for my community of people, because like when I go look for food, like I'm looking for like cook to order, like fresh and all that. So if you want that, definitely pull up at the Up Late. I would say like, I don't know, like definitely since I've been around like chefs that chef and stuff, like I'm not like, people say like Taco Bell and stuff, I'm like, like I'm just like, I'm trying to eat for real. I'd rather just pull up at Up Late or wait till my dog's open and all that. So if you want like real food, cook to order, crack eggs and all that, like you got to get out and try these places. So
And we make everything in house too.
yeah.
We make our own sausage, make our own salsa, late sauce, jelly, like all that stuff is. Take the berries, boil them, reduce it. Like
It's just different cooking. And I feel like people like, they'll just look at me and be like, oh, I need to get there, but you need to get there, Once you like try things like that, you appreciate it different, So that place the spot to be. How you been, man? You've been date life. You've been date life for a while. So how do you like balancing the things? You just got back from seeing her.
It's difficult, especially being like a restaurant owner, because like, a lot of people, they work whatever, like 9 to 5, 11 to 7, whatever it may be, or 7 p.m. to 4 a.m. But like with like owning a restaurant and 2 restaurants, and still like being there and like doing all this, like the ordering and just maintaining the restaurant itself, like it consumes your time, and you're always working. Like I'm always getting phone calls, or this happened, or we need this. And
So it's hard to just be like, shut off.
Yeah, you can't just like walk for 3 hours like and not like think about it. I'm always thinking about it too. Like whenever I'm gone, I try not to miss any days that were open now. There was a while where I was like missing full weekends and stuff, and I try not to do that anymore because I want to be at the, like I'll go to each restaurant 3 or 4 hours, like 3 hours each, like a night, and just like help out, hang out. And so, yeah, my time is like very all over the place. And so like, it's important that I need to like chip out time, like, or make time, like to like be in a relationship.
Yeah, no, I feel that too, in like a relationship with someone else and yourself though, because like I feel like, man, I just think about that a lot too. But like we got a calendar now, like, and people just like, hey, what do you need off? And them things are important to like, especially like what you're bringing. Like you still got to create, like you want to create specials and all that, and like I feel like you just can't be stuck in the same mind place to do that. So, but you know, everything affects that too. So, you know, it's hard to like take that off, and then you got to go back to the relationship and all that, and then balance that. But still try to be in Nate's time a little bit to like balance it too. So, and you're my dog too, so I just try to answer and like just make sure like everything's running smooth. But it is though. So I'm glad to see the things that you balance it all too, because you got a lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
So
My problem is that like I don't want to stop working.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially when I like love something, like love up late. Like I don't want to. I just want to work. Like I want to be there. I want to be cooking all the time, and so I do need to do a better job, like of like making that time, and because it's important to me,
Mm-hmm.
and it's important to them, and I know I need to do that. Like when I worked for Mizzou's basketball team,
Mm-hmm.
I was in a relationship then, and I like didn't want to leave the gym. Like I never wanted to leave the gym. I was like, yo, like Jordan, like he wants to work out. Like okay, I'm staying like 3 hours after, and I'm gonna help it. Like oh, we're eating here. Like oh, I have dinner plans. Like screw the dinner plans. Kicking it with like I'm getting closer with the staff and stuff like that. I love to work, and that's like one of my problems.
I feel that. And you're just up late night, so like when you're not probably doing much during the day.
No, yeah, like I'll do like all my ordering and like stuff like ordering phone calls, like planning and like thinking about what I'm gonna do next with Uplate and stuff like that during the day. But yeah, I stay consumed as much as I can.
You got a question for me? I usually let everyone ask 2 questions for me. What do you got?
2 questions.
But your first one right now, and then we'll come back to the second one.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. What is like a day? What does your day at Biscuit Joint look like?
What does my day at the biscuit joint look like? Damn. I would say like, man, it's like just not. I'm not gonna talk about my work day, but like me going in, like it's just crazy how like time has happened because like at this time last year I was holding a shovel like working at a concrete mill, so I was like. I just really do it every day, like, and I was the hardest worker there, you know, like for laboring and all that. But I was like every day, like, bro, I do not want to do this forever. So that drove me to the detailing and stuff. But I can't do that in the cold. So it's just crazy how my time coming in front of the kiosk worked because, like, we were talking about good food. When they were like, bro, you just want to work here? I was like, I mean, yeah, that's cool. I mean, I know the food's good, so I'm gonna make it jump anyways.
Yeah.
So I go in and look at it like. Kind of just give myself like stats, like, all right, I'm gonna sell this much French toast and like cinnamon rolls and all that. So, but
had you ever worked in a kitchen before?
Yeah, Domino's. But like as a young kid, like that sucks, bro. Like you're not, and you working like I love women, but like I'm not around the guys and all that. I'm around gossip on the line, just like slaving away. That's not what I love. So I was just like at that time in my life, I was like, I would never do food again. So now I'm around some solid guys and all that, and I would.
Your hands were
What?
just smelled so bad.
Oh my gosh, all the time. Pepperoni, like,
just straight sauce.
and then I managed too. So like, inventories. I hate inventory. I didn't want to do none of that. So, but just being around these guys, it just make me think of it different. So, I would say my day is like greeting people that are looking for good food. So, I would say that I look to sell them. I look to give them the greatest experience. You know, I don't want to just be like, oh, get this and that. Like you might not like it. I just really try to dive in what they're looking for and all that. I feel like that's what it's all about, like asking questions, conversating, and you know, it's just once you feel people like you're at home, they'll remember you, you know. Yeah, and I think that's important. And I love going and reading them reviews, just like off the little things, like, hey, how's your day doing? Like, have a good day. Like, that's what it's all about, you know, just getting people to feel good. So my day at the Biscuit Joint's full of smiles. It don't feel like work at all, and I feel like that's important.
Did you play football?
Yeah.
Does it like being in the kitchen like feel like a locker room?
Bro,
Like,
so we're getting ready for a dinner one time, bro, and this is my first one, and Elliot like was working, and like I was wiping the tables off, setting off water, and like I was walking to the back, you know how the joint set up, and Elliot was like right there at the back, like kneeling down, like just praying to himself, and I was like, bro, this feels like a Friday night, like everyone's just locking in, and like that stuff's important, you know, like, and that's why it's just like a ripple effect and all that, you know, so. And same with your stuff, like you just buy into that and, you know, the Uplate is the Uplate vibe and you just love what you're selling, you know, it's good shit, you know, and that stuff matters, you know, it's just not all about the dollar. Yeah. And I feel like it's about buying into the city too, and like that's why these specials and stuff like matter, and like pushing out what different tastes and all that. So my day is full of smiles, and I love that shit.
Whenever,
And you meet a lot of people too.
Yeah, I love the people that work at Up Late.
Yeah,
That's like, half of it is the food, but like half of it is the people making the food.
Yeah.
And like I love coming in and kicking it with everybody.
Yes.
And like jumping in, like whenever I see like a bunch of tickets and like the cooks are getting after it on the grill.
That's
like,
the best.
I'm like, yo, like let me get in there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to get the 6 again. Like it brings out like the competitiveness in me. Like being side by side in the trenches, and like it's like so special. Like I watched this chef's table about this restaurant in Mexico City, Masale Mais, and it's like a kind of like African, Indian, Mexican food type place. But they were talking about how they used to like do everything. They would go to like the two owners, to husband and wife, they would go and get all of like the ingredients for the day, like at the markets around town. And then like one day it got so big that like they couldn't do that anymore. Like they had to like then hire people and send those people to get the stuff.
Right.
And so like they were talking about more of like, oh, like, we're the chefs or whatever, like we always cook the food, but like at this point they've now become coaches. Like they now coach and instruct the people, and that's like how I look at it. Like I was,
You was a student?
Yeah, like I used to coach, like I was in the coaching industry for like 8 years. So like I've always been around sports and like coaching and stuff like that. And then I was like, I'm done with this. And to be like at this point now, but now like I still am a coach. Like I never looked at it like that. But like how can I build something and give the employees like
long term? You want to leave? I guess that's like, do you want to leave it in their hands sometime?
Yeah, it's important to let them like figure things out or let them become better, and like I'm here to like give you pointers and like how can I help you succeed? Like what can I do to make your life the easiest as possible, so when you come in you're just making the food and you don't really have to think about anything else. And so it's just, it's like I'm still a coach and I don't cook as often, but like I'm building in a culture and an environment like to where like my employees are.
You're guiding the ship.
Yeah. And most of my employees have been there for like over a year now, which is in the industry, like you don't see that. Like people leave and go to different jobs all the time. So I think it's important to build that, because then that's when the consistency comes like from within. Like the food is consistent because you have the same people doing it and
buying
know
in
what to look for because they bought it in already.
No, that matters, and I feel that because like, dude, Elliot, we'll be at work sometimes and they'll be jamming, bro, and like we'll be on the line like chattering and all that, but we're like vibing, we're dancing at the same time.
I've
and
seen all the videos and stuff you guys in there dancing.
And Elliot, like there'll be times where like, we're just family in there and just be like, I love this shit. And you gotta love that shit to do it. So
to actually to be good and like give something that's worth like serving, like you gotta love it. There's people that don't, and that's fine. Like,
yeah.
And there's like a time and a place for like people that don't love it, because I think everyone brings something different to the table, and it's important. So like, also I don't need you to know how to like I'm not a culinary chef. I never went to culinary school or anything. Like when I hire someone, I don't need you to like tell me you worked like in 17.
That don't matter. Yeah.
Stuff. Like you come in, I'll teach you anything you need to know. We're not doing any rocket science over here.
I was like, Elliot said the other day, he was like, because he worked at Hella Kitchens. He said someone came in with their red coat on. He sent them right home.
Oh, man.
He was like, nah, buddy. You don't got to do all that.
And Elliot can cook.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy, man. Like, them are my dogs. You're my dog. Like, and it's just like, that's why it's so funny, like, just looking back to when we had our first conversation, just how, like, frequency has happened to like.
I don't even know what we talked about back then.
No, we just talked about you doing Up Late, because I was like, I met you through Brad and all that, so we kind of just like, I just knew of you, so, but that's just, it's cool how time has happened and the shift has happened because I feel like I'm in a good zone. What's your spots to go around the Lou? Because you like good food. Like, put some people on. Mignon, dude, I always talk about Mignon.
Menu's fire. Definitely, yeah, I mean, top 5 of any type of food, like in St. Louis for sure. The Gelateria has the best breakfast sandwich in St. Louis.
Gelateria, where's that at?
On Grand.
Okay.
Right across from Pizza Head.
Okay.
They also have good pizza on Fridays.
Oof,
Friday, Saturday.
I love pizza.
It's like not Roman, it's like a cross between Roman and Detroit style, but it's on like kind of like focaccia.
I just had Pie Guy for the first time like a month ago.
Pie Guy's good. We actually did a collab with Pie Guy a couple weeks ago.
For real?
Did a breakfast pizza with them.
Sounds gas.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Damn. Did you guys do it like, you guys did it at night, and did they run it there too?
They ran it just at their place.
Oh, okay, cool.
It was like a brunch thing, I think, on like a Saturday and Sunday.
Sounds gas.
Where else do I go?
What's your favorite pizza in St. Louis?
Favorite pizza in St. Louis? Tony Bono's.
Okay.
It's on Hampton.
Okay. Putting that on the list. So I kind of like was on a pizza hunt last year. Like, a lot of these dive bars have good pizza too.
Yeah.
Big Daddy smacks, bro. Like,
Is that Soulard?
yeah, they got fire pizza. And I like theirs. I'm trying to think of, Pie Guy was up there.
You ever been to Montebello's? That's like in a basement. It's
Okay.
like super old. Like, it's crazy. Like, I've been going there with my family since I was a kid, but it's fire.
Epic's gas too, but I just felt like they kind of just lost. Like, some of them people don't love like serving it in there, and like you can just feel it sometimes. So I was like,
don't know
I
if
kind
I've
of.
ever had Epic pizza.
You haven't?
No.
Their wings smack though, so they fry them, put them in the wood, fry them. Ooh, nigga, like the wings, you gotta go get those. Smacking. But
Have you had Pizza Head?
no.
It's across from the Gelateria, but it's vegan and vegetarian pizza.
Okay.
Which like freaks people out or like turns them off for some reason. But I think it's like top 2 pizza by the slice.
Okay, let's talk vegan stuff. What's your couple of your favorite vegan dishes from places around here? I would say mine's right here across the street. The bucatini from Press, gas.
Okay.
Gas. It's like a corn pasta. Ooh, you got to try that. That would be like one of mine.
I don't want to get in trouble. I don't really eat vegan. Like,
You don't just like try it?
no, not for real. Like, I don't know. I don't have like, I want this, and I don't.
I feel that. But I'll put my vegetarians on. Bucatini at Press.
Put them on.
And there was one more. No, I'm not gonna put that place on because it was kind of bad. We ain't gonna talk about no bad place. Dude, your story was cracking me up last night. You were like, I did eat some bad food down there, talking about the boiled meats.
I don't know what they were on. A couple places served me some.
Looked like hotel food.
It did look like hotel food. It was like one of the places was where Fidel Castro and Chavez like met for them to like re-enter the country. So they met in a place called La Habana. It's like a Cuban restaurant in Mexico City. Yeah, it wasn't.
You're a Mexican guy. I've been looking for that. I think Chavez is good, but people tell me Chavez is not. That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's good Mexican? What's the best?
What do you mean?
Like, what should I try? That would be like, I want to, like, what's your...
In St. Louis?
Yeah, where are you going to get your Mexican?
I'm going down to Cherokee Street. I'm going to La Maganita. They do like these little mini tortas on bolillos, and it's like al pastor on Tuesdays. You gotta go on Tuesdays.
Okay. Okay.
Those are good. Don Carlos and the restaurant at El Torito, the ones that are outside that have like patios, like terraces, those have the best tacos. I really wish there was like a variety of like different types of Mexican food in St. Louis. Like,
There's not.
It's either like you got Tex-Mex or like we serve tacos.
There's a Tex-Mex in the Hill that's kind of good.
Which one?
Fuck. It starts with the M. No. It starts with the M. We'll come back to
Like
it.
Southwest?
A little bit. I only went there one time. Someone took me. But my favorite place, kind of hole in the wall, Stu's has been hidden.
Stu's is good. I've only been there once. Where did I get the Brussels sprouts? Go crazy.
I didn't have that.
I love Brussels sprouts.
So I went when they had the spicy curry, and I don't even do spicy, but dude, it was
You don't
like
do spicy?
not really, but I feel like my palate's changing. Like I feel like it's
Every 7 years, your taste changes.
so like I've been cutting out shrimp, and I really don't care for honey right now.
What do you mean cut out shrimp?
Like I just don't like I wouldn't care for
You
it.
used to like shrimp?
Yeah, love it. Now I'm just like
Ate too much.
could've, and now I'm like, dude, honey. Like I'm just like don't
You
care.
don't like honey?
Don't really care for it.
In my coffee, I put honey and cinnamon.
Okay, I'm always a cinnamon guy in the coffee. So, but yeah, I feel like that is a true thing. And a couple things like I'm just liking like to eat more spice now though. And then, dude, it's so funny. We had family meal one time, and I was just like, I don't know, I was being one of them Sally's or Karen's, whatever they say, and I was like, didn't even try it yet. I was like grabbing like salt and pepper, and Josh, shout out Josh, he comes and grabs me. Bro, if we cook you something, you just eat it. I was like,
I feel that.
I was like, yes, chef. But I know I feel that because it is good. Like it's naturally good. I feel like, and now like ever since then, you don't want to disrespect the chef either.
No, of course
So,
not. But I love salt. Like
I love salt.
so, no matter what, I'm salting before I taste anything.
I feel that.
Like, yeah, like I dip my cheeseburgers in salt.
Damn.
I put a pile of salt. And
Woo! This guy tasted that.
yeah, I love salt.
No, but that was a funny moment in the kitchen, and I was like, just like, yes, chef.
And like I always want the flaky salt. Like I always want the molten salt.
I feel that.
You know what I'm talking
No.
about? It's like it's like a finishing salt. It's like you ever get a steak and then they like
Oh yeah, I think
kinda
they.
chunkier salt.
Yeah, I think
It's
they
like
mix that with our pepper, and they kind of
Yeah.
do the pepper mix with the eggs.
And so, yeah, like I'll go to Louis and I'll get whatever, and I'm like, hey, can I get a side of the molten salt? And I have to I load it up, everything, Brussels sprouts, pasta, literally everything. I'm putting salt on it.
Dude,
like bread. You can give me a piece of bread and like some salt and maybe a little olive oil.
Woo! The tomatoes with the salt and pepper be smacking. Louis is everything that people talk about.
It is. It's
But that ice cream cake at the end or whatever with the
I'm
like,
not a dessert guy.
gosh, you're killing me. That is gas. You got to get that when you go if you go. I forgot what it's called, but it's like it kind of reminded me of like a frozen Fruity Pebbles, like just gas on ice cream. Louis Demond, shout him out. But yeah, there's some good eats in St. Louis. You just got to get around. You got to get around for sure. I would say one more wing spot is Felix's. Have you been there?
No.
You got to get there.
That's in
It's like
Seward?
Dogtown.
Oh, I know. It's right by Tam Ave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gas. Get over there. Have you been to the Sphere yet?
I have been in the Sphere.
You went?
Yeah.
Oh, lit. How
I
was
saw
that?
Dead and Company there.
I thought you told me that. I want to
Yeah.
talk about that.
No, I love seeing like Dead and Company, like it's like Grateful Dead tribute band or whatever, and the jam band. I love seeing them outside. There's something so different about seeing them outside. But like the Sphere is like a whole other experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so hard to describe. I was sitting in the like section 200 in the front row, and like if I was on mushrooms or acid, like, I would have fallen off. Like even just standing there, like looking around, it's like you're getting like motion sickness. It's and like no other thing I've been to. It's like you're definitely paying for an experience and a concert. Like I wasn't even half the time. You're not even watching the
What's down there?
the musicians. You're
Does the
just, like,
phone do justice to what it is in person?
No.
I figured
It's
it didn't.
Like I'm telling you, like you're surrounded by just the craziest.
Was Mayor with Dead?
Yeah.
God, I know
I've
that.
seen them. That was my 12th or 13th time seeing them live.
That'd probably be so fire.
Yeah, it was, and like just the people watching, like that's like part of it. Like there's people that call twirlers, and they just literally like stand up and they twirl, and like wave their arms around. And
Just listen
like,
to the music.
Yeah, and just watching everyone, it's unreal. Yeah, because they announced they're coming back in the spring, and I want to go.
To the Sphere again?
Yeah.
What date? What's the dates?
They're there. They're doing like a residency over like 2 months. It's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday for like probably 8 weeks or something like that.
Let's talk if you go. I really,
Yeah.
dude. That's like bucket list stuff. But it looks lit. Like,
Sphere's sick.
and I feel like, dude, their aesthetics and stuff in the back were going crazy. I'm like, dude,
The way, yeah, it's just unreal.
besides that, like, what else are you doing out there in Vegas and stuff?
Vegas, I don't gamble and I don't drink. So like the first time I
Very great things.
I didn't go to Vegas until it was 2 years ago.
Uh huh.
I think I was 26 and I was already sober, and so I was like, what am I gonna do in Vegas? Like Vegas, it's like it's Sin City, and so I went there with like kind of a closed mind, and I actually love Vegas. Like I was like, this place is tight. Like there's always something to do. The food is great. There's such good food in Vegas. Yeah, I never thought I would enjoy Vegas, like especially at this point in my life, because I don't gamble, I don't drink. But it was sick. I usually don't go for long. I feel like 1-2 days in Vegas is good.
Mm-hmm.
3 max. You don't need more than 3 days in Vegas.
I need to go. I'm trying to get out
Have
there.
you been to Vegas?
No, not at all.
I feel like you would go hammer time in Vegas.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'd probably just go like a weekend and be back.
You need me as a chaperone or something.
Yeah, that's why I'd go with you. Be like, Swerve, we got chill.
Yeah.
But we're about to dive into the Swervinn Q&A segment. I do this with all guests. So me and Nate, we're just rambling. Really, it's my dog. So I got some off the wall questions for him. What would you like to see changed about St. Louis, if anything? Like, what would you do, or like to see people like buy into, or
I want to see
like the Rams? What would you like to see the Rams money go to, or?
Don't even get me started. Just being like outside more, just being in the community. Like we have these great parks, and I would just wish we could utilize them. Like it's like they don't want you to be in the parks, especially after dark. Like when you go to other countries, and like everybody's out in the plaza or everybody's out at the park playing basketball, soccer, whatever. Like people are there, like kicking it. They're not doing anything crazy. They're not doing anything bad. They're using the space that was given to them, like for what it's supposed to be used for. And so I think just people being outside, like the Loop is it's not like Brooklyn or New York or anything like that, but it's set up so where people can sit outside and eat outside, like in New York.
With the sidewalk, yeah, it just makes sense.
And so I think just like trying to change that narrative, and like people are scared of the Loop and stuff like that. Just having more people that are outside hanging out, walking around, eating, drinking at bars and stuff. I think it makes us safer, like already.
Because you really don't have that. You're right, bro. Because you really don't get that vibe unless you go to like Cherokee, and, like enclosed, but you can walk like sidewalks or whatever. Like that's why people do pop-ups and stuff there. Like it does make sense. We do need to bring that back.
Yeah, because like who doesn't love sitting outside, like and eating and smoking and drinking and stuff. So I think just giving people the space to do so would benefit everyone. Like I know I would enjoy sitting out in the Loop, eating, doing whatever, kicking it with the homies.
I think Metro and Nelly said they're trying to do a festival. So
where at?
Here.
I believe it'll be there.
I believe it. But that would be lit. We do need something like that. Just like I think something like that would be doable in Forest Park or whatever.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And no one has done it. So let's make it happen, St. Louis.
Let's do it.
Question for me, your second one.
Dang, I just had it. What was I gonna ask? I don't remember, but I'll ask you this. Would you rather have Cheeto fingers or wet socks for the rest of your life? If you lick the Cheeto fingers, they come right back.
I gotta go wet socks, bro.
You and me both, dude. Everyone answers Cheeto fingers. Everyone says Cheeto fingers. Think about like your bedding, your like,
game controller.
Yeah.
Nah. I'm just thinking about detailing cars and them baby kids be having stains on the seats. This is like, nah, that's not me. What's on your list to like try that you haven't tried? Maybe out of state or in state. He's like, I gotta get that.
I don't know. Maybe I've never had Indian food, so maybe.
Okay, have you had the Mescarum? The spot?
Where is it?
Oh, I think it's on somewhere. Yeah, but someone told me it's pretty fire. But someone that recommended it to me, they were like, "You'd be scared of that food." And I'm like, I looked at it, I'm like, But it looks
I don't
kind of
know.
interesting.
It's like all the spices and everything sound good to me, but I don't know. There's no like draw to me. Like,
Feel that.
What food do you not like rock with that much?
Sushi. I'm not.
Sushi?
Nah. I'm out.
It's the texture. Or what?
Yes. And I think that's why I'm falling out with shrimp more. I'm just like, cold shrimp I won't eat. It's just like, no. And I really don't.
Shrimp cocktail. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm just like, mm-mm. What about you?
I don't know. This is probably like a hot take, or I don't really like Italian food. I like appreciate it, and there's a time and place for it, but I never really want like
Pasta.
pasta.
That was sad. Pasta's the best.
Where do you like to get pasta around here?
I'm still finding out the good places, bro. It's sad that everything's like really Americanized and like you think you've had good pasta, but you really haven't. And I've been like chefing more at home, and I'm like, nigga, my shit fire. The tortellini, bro.
Tortellini.
So fire. I just learned how to do it. I'd make it every week if I wanted to. It's gas, bro. But I do like, I'm a good spaghetti guy. You put sugar in your spaghetti?
It depends on I make two different types of spaghetti. One like how my mom makes it, which there's sugar.
Okay.
I used to love sugar in the spaghetti when I was a kid. So there's another spaghetti that I make. It's like, do you know who Roy Choi is?
No.
He opened a food truck.
In St. Louis?
No, in L.A. called Kogi.
Uh-uh.
He's like a very famous Korean American chef, and he makes some incredible. You gotta watch the Chef Show. It's with Jon Favreau. You know Jon Favreau?
That sounds familiar. Oh, dude, from
That's
Marvels?
Like the Star Wars and Marvels movie. And
I did watch that movie, and I was like, bro, this is like Marvels and a kid. Like, I feel like they all were like in chefs and stuff. And
it's called.
I've watched that.
But he makes spaghetti and meatballs, and it's to die for. It's so good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. What would you say the end goal is for Up Late?
That's a good question. I want to grow it as big as possible as I can in St. Louis. Like, I want everybody in St. Louis to know what Up Late is and to have come tried it. And maybe open a third one in St. Louis to have kind of like a little trifecta, or St. Charles. But really just master what Up Late is in St. Louis, and then possibly bring it to other cities. But first, I think it has to grow a lot more in St. Louis. And still, there's still things that like I want to do within Up Late that needs a lot of work, structurally and food level.
But it's good that you have brick and mortar, because you can build off that. You know what I'm saying? And that's like the best thing. I was talking to somebody about that last night, and I just feel like those things are important, because people can pull up, and you don't really have to sell what you got through like marketing and stuff. People can pull up and find out, and it's just really quick access. So brick and mortar is the best way, and it's just like you can really build off that.
Yeah. And I want to at Delmar we have like a whole other half of the building that we are in we don't use. And I want to like have events there, or possibly open a second concept like a cafe, or offer like some different types of Mexican food that we don't really see in St. Louis.
We don't have like a really good burrito place.
Yeah, burritos. I don't want to do burritos.
Like
Tacos, like sopes, tlacoyos.
See, I haven't even been like Mission Taco and stuff, so I'm still like, I feel like I'm not really into the taco world.
Session taco now, dude.
Oh yeah, my bad. Sorry. It is, right? We were talking about that the other day. But yeah, man, that's time just has to time too. Come together. You got any merch dropping? Dude, shout out your artist, bro.
Chris.
Fire.
Chris is really good at what he does. I love Chris. Chris is the homie. He's like one person in St. Louis that I feel like we both see eye to eye on like the things that we want to do. And he's very easy to work with because we're both in the same mindset of like, let's just do this like for the city. Like all the good stuff that comes with like putting on events or like, making your money, that stuff will like come later, which it's kind of like where we're at now. Like first we did, he does a lot more than I do, but he's like very involved and he was putting all this stuff on for free. And now like you start to see like some of the stuff be ticketed or like, you know, do different things to where like, okay, now we're paying the artists that like are coming through and stuff like that. And so Chris designed the merch. I kind of like told him what I wanted, what I was looking for. And then he ran with it and killed it. That stuff came out like a month ago, but I think we're gonna do some sweatsuits in the next month or two. Beanies, stuff like that.
Sweatsuit would be tough.
I've been actually, the guy who does, I'm blanking on his name. That's terrible. Joss, the guy who does Scissors merch.
Okay.
I've been talking to him for a minute about I want him to do some Upblade merch, and so I'm trying to get that. Do some like throw pillows.
That would be tough.
Like, moony throw pillows. Yeah, like have the moon on a pillow.
On the crib.
Yeah.
Post it up.
We had bed sheets made like once for a pop up that we did.
That'd be tough.
Yeah, we had custom Upblade bed sheets.
Question I ask everybody: who would you like to see on the Swervinn podcast? Or you can give one or two.
Since you were asking me about it, like, you getting Sir Eddie C on here?
I would like to. Yeah, he's been asked for a few times.
You gotta get with him, dude.
Bet. You heard that, Eddie? You gotta come on. You gotta pull through. Who else? I feel like you know a few people I wouldn't know that'd be a good combo.
Man, I'm drunk.
You, Braden, and Cammy have told me I need to sit down with Sir, so I'd like to make that happen.
Kano, you gotta sit down with KP. KP and Franco, get them here together. They're musicians.
Okay.
Yeah.
You heard that?
Franco,
You know them, Cammy?
KP.
All right, that's validation. All right, that'll be good combos. Franco, KP, Sir Eddie, you gotta pull up. What's in plan? You got anything to shout out?
I'm doing a cooking class this Saturday. Well, I don't know when this is airing, but I'm doing a cooking class. I'm teaching some people how to cook. At Fennel Studio with Jackie. Jackie's amazing. Excited to, I have no culinary background, and so I'm just like, Jackie, lead the way. This is the things that we're gonna cook, and yeah, I'm excited for that.
Why is it important to do stuff like that?
It's exciting, like especially for me since I don't know how to do any of that. Like I've never, like that scares me. Like cooking for other people scares me. Like, and especially on a scale like that, and just working with like different people in the community. I think what Jackie does is really cool. Like Fennel Cooking Studios.
That's right here in the city?
Yeah, it's right by Slough.
Okay.
Right across from Pappy's. And yeah, just like, I think more people need to learn how to cook, and I think she has like a variety of classes where like different things and skills you can learn how to cook. And it's just a great opportunity to connect with different people, and like she's doing a class with Nick Bognar, like of Sato and Indo.
Okay.
The dude from Little Fox, I can't remember his name, but like, and those are like two of St. Louis's like top chefs.
Yeah.
Like Little Fox, Sato, Indo. Like those are like big dogs. And for me to be like that third in that conversation is like, I don't know, it's weird to me because like I'm not in the
You visioned it
stratosphere,
though,
like,
bro. Don't act like that.
Yeah, but
You've
I'm
made
not
things
the
like this.
stratosphere of like what those people do.
Yeah.
Like, those are like stone cold killers of like the culinary scene in St. Louis. So to be in like the same kind of like class as them of teaching a cooking class is cool, and I respect what they do a lot. And I think it's just a fun, different thing for me to like learn how to lead a class like that. I think it'd be interesting.
Things like that scare you. That's so funny.
Yeah, I don't cooking for people scares me.
I don't believe that.
Dude, yeah. Like especially like mold, like yeah. I can cook anything. Like I'll make something, I'll make it for myself. Like the first time me trying it, I'm like, oh, this is fire. And then like I'll go to make it for like my girlfriend or like some of my other friends, and like it's like trash. Not trash, but it's like not as good. I'm like, yo, I thought I knew what I was doing.
Well, man, I don't believe that. That's why I'm gonna pull up and try that new Uncrustable special, and I'm gonna pull up late. So if you haven't had it, pull up on my dog Nate too. So it's gonna be there, man. Love you. You're my dog.
Appreciate it.
This is Swervinn, and we're out.